40 minutes south of Franklin, a golf community just sold 126 home sites for $112 million. 48 of those homes sold in the month of May this year.
But how many finished houses are there?
0.
What? The golf course isn't even open yet.
So what are they actually buying?
Well, that's what this video is about. They're buying the lifestyle where you don't get into your car and you use your golf course community. And there are 6 of those communities in Middle Tennessee, and that's what we're going to map out for you.
Awesome.
And stick around to the end because we have a bonus one. These 6 are our top favorites, but the bonus one you probably haven't heard of yet and you're going to want to find out about.
Yeah, that one is going to be incredible.
Just to clarify in this video, we're going to talk about golf cart communities, not necessarily golf course communities. The difference being the golf cart talking about more the social side and the connectivity with your neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. So some will have golf courses, some won't. The number 6 on the list, which is the least expensive as we're going to the most expensive, is going to be June Lake in Thompson Station, which is just south of Franklin. So you're looking about 15 minutes to downtown Franklin, maybe 20 minutes to downtown Franklin, and you're actually going to be closer to the city of Spring Hill when it comes to your shopping, all that. Thompson Station has a little bit of, like a cool little downtown with restaurants and things like that.
Yeah,
but
nice
overall, so this is going to be, pretty far down in the suburbs. No golf course on this one.
Right.
But again, put your car in the garage, right? And get in the golf cart and,
and
meet your neighbors. So let's dive into this specific neighborhood, June Lake.
So this area, you have the GM plant, which is a big draw to this area. It employs over 5,000 people, families.
It's a huge facility.
Right.
And again, that's technically in Maury County, which is Spring Hill. So Spring Hill is half Williamson County, half Maury County.
Right.
So you have that factor in Maury, but a lot of people live in Thompson Station in this area who are going to be working there. So which is something to know.
Right. But this particular neighborhood, June Lake, is in Williamson County.
Yeah.
On the Williamson County side. So you get those Williamson County schools that we've talked quite a bit about before. And it's on 775 acres. So it's big, right?
2,900 homes planned. Obviously they're still building. There's several already built. This has been a development it's not a brand new development, but there's new construction.
In 2021, and with their first house being available in 2022. So they're still mid-process. They have not built the town center yet, so that's on its way. But they are, I would say, pretty substantially into the house building process of this. But there's also, what I like about it is that they have golf cart friendly specific greenway trails that, you're talking about a lot of acreage, so there can be a lot of different sides to this neighborhood. They have these golf cart friendly trails that you can go from one side to the next and go visit your friends over here and really create that community feel. Yeah,
it's a really interesting concept to have we see this a lot in Middle Tennessee. I don't know if other areas do this, but you just drop an entire like village, like a city. Yes. Because to have a town square for just a neighborhood it's a pretty interesting concept.
It is. It's one that you don't see a lot, but there are a few here in Nashville.
I
shouldn't say Nashville.
Yeah,
so
Middle Tennessee.
To clarify, this video is not going to be for your downtown people, right? We're going outside of the city, into the land, into these golf cart communities.
Yeah, and we've sold a lot of homes to people who want to be close to Broadway, and then they get married, have kids, and they're like, Broadway is not as appealing anymore. We still like it to go sometimes.
Right.
And then they go and they find these golf cart communities that we call them, and they absolutely love it. We have several clients like this who are just like, this is the new normal. This is the new life.
Yeah.
But June Lake is an interesting one. So let's dive into these numbers a little bit. So there, and to clarify, when we talk about the cheapest to most expensive, some of these, June Lake specifically has townhome duplex style homes in it. There's a section that has that.
Right.
Some of those are going to be
ask us, because those can be even cheaper than what we're quoting here. So ask us if that's of interest to you.
Yeah, because I think June Lake, you could get in 500, but if you're looking just single family, the minimum that's active today is about 700. A little over 700,000.
Right.
That's kind of the beginning point. And some of these have already been built, several years old at this point. New construction that we're seeing is going to be into that 900 to $1 million plus right now.
Right.
Could change. Maybe they'll build some smaller ones, but that's kind of where the new construction is going. And so price-wise, you're looking at 700 to $1 million plus right now.
Yeah.
And let's dive. I mean, this community too. I mean, it doesn't have a golf course, but like we said, you have the town square. You're gonna have a community center. You're gonna have pickleball, which everyone has to have pickleball now. Like you said, the trails.
The trails. There will be a lot of activities. There's going to be a pool, fitness center, all those things that bring the community together.
Yeah, and you're in Williamson County, so you can take advantage of the Williamson County school system, which is a big reason why people move to that area. So it's just something to keep in mind when you're deciding. So some of these communities are going to be they're not all in Williamson County, just so you know. We tend to focus south of town in a lot of our videos, but today we're going all over.
We're going to go all over.
Yeah, so stick around. And again, the last one you're going to love. But let's get into the next one.
Okay, number 5. What do you got for us, Scott?
Number 5, we are going to be in Sumner County with Fairview Plantation and Foxland Harbor. Now, the Fairview Plantation is not to be confused with Fairview, which is another city south of town.
Tennessee,
yeah,
right?
Fairview with a VUE on the end. And these are actually 2 distinct communities. The reason we're merging them together is because
they actually
2
merged,
golf courses merged.
Right?
Their membership merged to form Tennessee Grasslands back in 2018. So when you live in one neighborhood, you now, as a member of the golf community, get access to all 36 holes. So this is the only...
Awesome. Yeah.
So
we'll get into that later. We'll get into that.
Yeah, but only place in Middle Tennessee where you can do that. So,
yes.
But that's why we're merging the 2 neighborhoods. And but before we talk about the neighborhoods, let's talk more about Gallatin, because we don't do a lot of content in Gallatin, honestly, even though it's a really cool area.
Exactly. Gallatin is pretty unknown to a lot of people, but it is northeast of Nashville. Maybe about 30 minutes outside of the city, would you say?
Yeah. With no traffic.
Right. Right. And, over the last 5 years, it has increased in population by 22%, which is actually more than Franklin, Tennessee.
Yeah,
it's really booming. And we have this large Meta data center that just opened there that they sunk $1 billion into this campus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that goes to show you kind of follow the money, right?
There's a lot of investment going there, creating a lot of jobs, and so a lot of business opportunities for people moving here. Sumner County school system. Obviously, we don't want to steer you, but look it up. But
greatschools.org is a great place. As we mentioned, these school districts, greatschools.org is a great place to start to look into those.
Yeah, and that one's one that has a great reputation right now. Again, people always hear about Williamson County. I would say Wilson County is kind of the next one that people talk about. But Sumner County is up there, and it's continuing. As more investment gets put into the areas, the schools are able to take advantage of that as well. So something to keep an eye on. There's
also GAP's distribution center is located there, so there's quite a number of jobs. It employs over 1,200 people. There's a lot going on, and Gallatin is not on the radar very much.
People don't talk about it as much, but it's one where you can take advantage of. Pricing is getting more expensive in areas like these 2 neighborhoods, but overall, your taxes are going to be less than if you were in Davidson County, and you can get a better price probably on these things. We'll go into the pricing, but you can get potentially more for your money because it's not as
agree.
It's not as talked about as other areas like Williamson County.
I agree.
All right, so let's dive into this specific community because it is like no other in Middle Tennessee.
Right. The biggest draw for me is that it is a golf course community, but it's also on Old Hickory Lake. So you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it. Literally, no other neighborhood has golf and water like this.
Right.
Yeah. So really unique community. Part of it's gated. Some of the neighborhoods are gated. Some are not.
Some little enclaves of it are gated. And so there's going to be a big difference, between being able to buy in and then having your huge estate homes on the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So there's a wide range in this one.
And so Foxland is actually, if you look at the MLS today, Foxland is going to have some cheaper ones. You'll find some in the 700s.
Right.
Now, granted, there are some townhomes, 0 lot lines that you can find here actually under 500,000. So reach out to us.
But those go very quickly. You'll have to reach out to us because those go very quickly. The amenities that you get in this neighborhood are just really stellar. And so if you want in at that level, they go quick.
Yeah, exactly. So Foxland, you can find something in the 700s, a single family home. If you get into Fairview, you're looking at the mid 800s today. So Fairview,
then all the way up to $5.5 million.
because some of these homes
So-
are on the water.
On the water, come with a dock, the whole thing.
Yeah, so this is just a great neighborhood. I'm actually playing golf there tomorrow, and just to give you some perspective, I'm one of the weaker players, and so some of my friends are just like play every day. They were really wanting to play Fairview, right? So that one for like the true golfers, Fairview is going to be the one where like I want to play that one, and then Foxton is going to be the one that's great, but if you had to pick, you're going to pick Fairview. But the cool thing is, we're trying to get a tee time for 10 people, and so we got on Foxland right away, and then we were on the kind of the waiting list for Fairview. But the cool thing when you live there is if one's busy, then you can potentially get on the other waiting list, and you have more opportunities to play, and then it's not as going to be as crowded when you ever do that.
Right. Do you have to live in the neighborhood
to join the golf club? You actually don't. So it is private. You do have to, apply to join. So there will be people outside of the neighborhoods who play there, and if you live there, you actually don't have to be a member of the golf community or the pool and all that stuff. So there's different packages.
It comes with.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to pay into it if you don't want.
I see.
And so, but they have other amenities. They have the pool and.
Right. So there's 2 clubhouses, 2 pools, fitness center, and everything is connected by those golf cart paths. And so you're out and about with your neighbors, again, that golf cart community.
Yeah.
And 36 holes of golf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I mean, we've sold to clients in there, and they absolutely love it. I watch their Instagram and Facebook. I'm like, man, they're constantly, we're doing
it's
events.
A lifestyle.
And they also have that mansion built in the 19th century.
Right. So you're getting a piece of history. That's what they started building this whole neighborhood around, was that Fairview mansion.
Yeah, which is really cool. So you get a little piece of history in your neighborhood too.
Yeah.
So that is number 5. Should we jump into number 4?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Number 4, here we go.
Number 4, we are at the club at 5 Oaks in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Yes. Lebanon is straight east of Nashville, probably 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes. You're going to pass the airport, so that's a good thing that you're in between the city and the airport if you want to be there. And Lebanon is in Wilson County, which is also Mount Juliet. Lebanon in the same county. The school system, again, we don't want to steer you. Look it up. But we do hear good things from parents who have kids in Wilson County.
Right.
It's one of those desirable areas for that.
I agree. And this is a rapidly growing area as well.
It is.
In the last year, it grew 2.6%.
Yeah, it's one of the fastest
in just
growing.
1 year.
Yeah, it's one of the fastest growing areas. I mean,
in
there's tons of new development coming up in this area. Tons of new. Mount Juliet is building like this new little downtown center.
Right.
Lebanon's doing some cool things too. So it's a very interesting area. Pricing, you can get more for your money, in this area. Then again, Nashville, Williamson County is kind of that, that main measure that people talk about.
Right.
Fun fact, Cracker Barrel started in Lebanon.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those anchor, if we're talking about commercial business anchors, got Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, but so Lebanon is a great area, and again, you can access the Mount Juliet area as well. So there's a Costco in Mount Juliet.
Oh, there's everything.
A Five Guys just opened in Lebanon.
Okay.
Sorry, not Five Guys. In-N-Out for you California people.
Okay.
Like In-N-Out. I've been there twice.
There's
now.
a big difference.
Yeah,
okay.
I actually was just showing houses to my someone from California, and they took me to In-N-Out twice.
Okay.
And it's good.
Okay.
So
nice.
I see why Californians love it so much.
It's also worth mentioning that Lebanon has the only commuter rail system in Middle Tennessee. So Nashville's not really known for its public transportation, but we have the WeGo Star that goes from Lebanon to downtown Nashville. It's only $5.25 to ride it.
Yeah, it's really easy. They have parking for you to hop on.
Right. So it's 32 miles, but they go 6 times a day, and it's good to take advantage of if you don't want to be in the traffic.
Yeah, exactly. So cool things about Lebanon. But they're getting new restaurants, new shopping all the time. So it's a great place to keep an eye on.
I agree.
If you're moving here. So let's dive into this neighborhood.
So what about this community?
Yeah.
This is a golf course community.
This one has a golf course. Yeah. So and price wise, this is also one that has some prices that are less than the single family, because they have a couple townhomes and
there's
500,000
all
range.
the options.
But when you get into single family homes, you're looking at about $750 as your entry level, and again all the way up to into the millions.
Right.
You have homes on the golf course. Great golf course. great community.
Yeah, it's a private 18-hole championship golf course with a 21,000 square foot clubhouse and a full restaurant. Then, of course, you're going to have your pool and your fitness center. It does have a community lake and walking trails as well, but it's not Old Hickory Lake like in the last one, but just a small, like a pond. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is cool too. I mean, the HOA for these is only like $250 a year because the pool and everything is actually part of the country club. So if you're not a member of the country club, you don't have to pay that. So if you don't want those things, then you don't have to pay for it.
That makes a difference. If you don't want to use those amenities, then you don't have to, and you don't have to pay for them. So
exactly.
That's a plus.
Yeah. So one to keep an eye on. Again, Lebanon, and the cool thing too, I mean, Lebanon Road also turns into First Avenue when you get downtown. So if the interstate's backed up, you have another road to get all the way into town, which is cool.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Number 3. What are we on?
Number three on the list, we have West Haven.
West Haven, we've done several conversations and topics about this. We've done whole videos on just
West Haven. Yeah.
Because you have everything. This is another example of having a bunch of farmland and you drop an entire city in the spot because they have a fire department, they have healthcare, dental, they have restaurants, shopping, they have a Kroger's.
Right.
A Kroger.
Everything that you need is in the community. You don't ever have to leave if you don't want to.
Yeah, and you do have an actual golf course here, a membership golf course, West Haven, which is a great course. We're not going to talk a lot about Franklin because you probably know, but this is just west of downtown Franklin. So you're out a little bit, like I said, kind of in farmland, but you have everything. I mean, we take our dog to the vet there, like right beside West Haven, and so, but they really have everything there.
Right. And so we won't talk very much about Franklin itself because we do so many videos of that area. Check out our other home tours and our other videos and check out the one on West Haven specifically. So we're kind of going to brush over that quickly. Just get into this community. I mean, so what are the prices like? What do you need to buy in?
Yeah, and just kind of a preface. So they do have a 55 plus community that's being built right now, which will have their own pricing. They do have 1-bedroom townhomes that are going to have pricing, but this video is really more about the single family. You can rarely get in under $1 million in this this neighborhood. I think there's one on the market right now under $1 million, under 1.1.
Right.
That's probably not going to last long. So if you're
plan
1.1
on over $1 million
for a single family, HOAs are can be up there in probably $400 or $500. It's going to depend on the price of your house or how big it is, and then if you want to join
with all the amenities, it's worth it.
3 pools, more than 2. I can't even remember right now. It's like at least 2 pools.
I think it's 3.
I think it's 3 pools.
Full restaurant in the clubhouse of the golf course.
Yeah.
But really, most importantly, that golf cart community.
Oh yeah, I mean they're everywhere here. I mean they have the
like
sidewalks.
everyone has a golf cart.
You're not going to fit in West Haven if you don't have a golf cart. And they also have a cool pond in the front that you can paddleboard, fish,
kayak.
You can kayak. So it's just this is one really. If you're like, I don't know anybody, I'm moving to Middle Tennessee, I want to like meet people quickly.
Meet people so quickly.
Events like every day. I mean, their content calendar is packed.
In fact, we've recommended this neighborhood to multiple clients.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've shown a lot of houses in here,
and they love it. Yeah, and they love it. So this is definitely one to keep in mind if you just never want to drive your actual car. We go through, for Christmas, this is one of the neighborhoods that we always drive through for Christmas lights because everybody goes all out.
Well, and same for Halloween and just like 4th of July, all those fun festivities. Like they do community events, they do all kinds of things to get neighbors together. Yeah, so, exactly. So
really definitely one to check out.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, we're going to get to number 2, but again, stick around for our bonus because this is one you've probably not heard of yet. Yeah. So let's dive into number 2. Okay, number 2 is a fun one.
Yes, this is a unique one.
Yeah, we are going to Maury County. You might have never even heard of Maury County, but this one is called Firefly.
Right.
And Maury County is south of Williamson County.
Right. So south of Nashville.
Williamson,
Franklin. Maury. Right.
Yeah. So you have Maury County encompasses Spring Hill. Firefly is going to be actually on the east side of Spring Hill. So you have Firefly, you have Spring Hill, then you have Columbia And so you're a little bit out there. This is interesting for Maury County.
Yes. So this is, you're more in equestrian farm country area. So there's not a ton around. You would probably, for your best restaurants and things, you're going to want to go to Franklin from here.
Yeah, Franklin, Cool Springs, maybe Spring Hill. Spring Hill's going to be more chain types of restaurants,
right,
things like that.
Right. And so this neighborhood is brand new. It's called Firefly, and it's going to be very, very high end, which is, as you said, it's sort of a new thing for Maury County.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is actually going to be this golf course is designed by the same people who own the Grove. That development in College Grove. That one didn't make our list. It probably should have, but we narrowed it down to 6 plus
and
a
we've
bonus.
done another video on the Grove as well. So if you're curious about the Grove, check that one out.
Yeah, definitely a cool spot. But what they've done is they've learned all the mistakes. If they made any mistakes on that golf course, they've learned from that, and they're designing a brand new concept for this one. So this one's going to be awesome.
Yes. And so this golf course, they're going to have a full 18-hole championship golf course, and then also a 9-hole kind of short course.
Yeah, which is awesome to have the option of both of those.
You don't have a full day to commit to a golf game. You can just do a quick 9 holes.
Yeah, exactly. So just know this one's further out. It's kind of a new concept for Maury County, but Maury County is growing quickly.
Right.
So definitely something. It's. I like getting into places like this where you get in ahead of the crazy, because a neighborhood like this is just going to continually go up and up in value because of that.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is 700 acres. Over 400 homes will be built here.
Right. So they're going to be large estate homes. This is what we're talking about, and it's so popular already that 48 home sites sold in May 2026 alone. And that's without any golf course, any clubhouse, or anything being there.
Yeah,
this
still
is
not open
like
yet.
Pre-sale.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
In 1 month.
And that kind of volume in Middle Tennessee right now is like, because the market overall is pretty slow right now. So to have that kind of activity
that
is
kind of
is
draw
pretty impressive.
It is. And so starting price of these, the finished home to get in, the basement price is $2.9 million.
Yeah, and you can still buy the land. So land's
right.
$700,000 minimum.
Custom
probably.
design your home, work with an architect, the whole thing, and you can buy the lot that you want now.
Yeah. So $700,000, probably up to $1 million plus.
I agree. Just for the land.
Yeah, just for the land, and then the builder. Then they're going to have some designated builders that you can choose from, to go down that road. But this is a great one to look at if you want something, if you want to get in at the very beginning stages of something. This is a cool development. And they are scheduled to open the golf course this year in 2026.
Exactly.
Hopefully in the fall. Obviously, that you never know
Could
with
change.
those deadlines. But it's going to be open soon. So even if you're building, you can buy the land now and get
By the
access
time
to
your
the
house
golf course.
is ready, I mean, the golf course will be more than ready to go.
Exactly. Because we have some clients who are thinking about purchasing the land now, holding it for a little bit, just so they have access to the golf course.
Exactly.
And then building as they go. Obviously, they want you to build pretty quickly. I think there's. But that's it. That's another strategy for people, is to buy the land now, build later, but have access to the golf course when you come into town.
Absolutely.
So,
I love that plan.
Yeah, it's good. So check out Firefly. Reach out to us if you have more questions about that one. And by the way, we should tell them who we are. We are your Nashville real estate consultants. I'm Scott Hardesty.
And I'm Erin Gillespie.
We're out here every single week doing content like this for you, helping people who are relocating to Nashville find their perfect spot. So reach out to us. We have people calling us every single week.
We love hopping on a Zoom call and just talking about what your needs are and how we can help.
Yeah, so let's get into number one.
We're down to number one, and then we have our bonus one.
All right, you ready for number one?
We have Troubadour.
Troubadour in College Grove. This one is incredible. This is a Discovery Land brand. So if you've heard of Discovery, they have some different resort type communities like this across
all
the
over
country.
the country.
And so you kind of get that brand when you go here, and you're going to pay for that brand.
Right. You may pay a little bit more to be part of that niche market and that niche group. But College Grove, we are south of Nashville, pretty far south of Nashville, in equestrian countryside, but this is actually the most expensive zip code in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, it's taken over Belmead. It's taken over, other areas in like Williamson County. I mean, it
This
has
is
quickly,
like resort living.
Yeah. Troubadour, the Grove, those two developments are a big part of that.
Right.
Those being built in this area, but
Exactly.
people love to get away into these areas. Gated community. But College Grove. So as of now, there's not a lot right around you for shopping and those kind of things. You still have to go
You're gonna have to
into
drive a little
Cool
bit.
Springs and some places. But as the area grows, those things are
There's
obviously
going to
going to
be
come
more
in.
and more. Right.
You have
Yeah.
18-hole Tom Fazio golf course, which it's just one of the best.
Incredible.
And, right. So.
Yes. With the views that are stunning.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, the
views-
best views in Middle Tennessee, sunsets, even from the pool, the view is awesome.
But this is obviously very upscale. You have all
is
the amenities.
the top,
The top. So, and to put it in perspective, we've had clients who have, compared the Troubadour to something like the Grove, which is
Grove.
also College Grove.
Mm-hmm.
And, you definitely see, okay, because this is a Discovery Land development, you do have that
Right.
premium
Right.
that you don't have in something like the Grove. Again, the Grove is going to still be, multi-million-dollar as the
That's true.
baseline.
Yeah.
Troubadour, you're going to be starting. You could probably get in for about $3.5 million right now.
Yes.
Your average is going to be probably more like $6 million
I
for a
agree.
home there.
But you're getting your resort style pools, your fitness facilities, your garden areas, community gardens, your equestrian facilities. You can board your horses there. A lot of wellness activities, just the resort, really the resort lifestyle.
Yeah.
And your golf cart.
Yeah. Get your golf cart. There you go. But there's a reason why this was number one.
Yes.
You can't beat it at this point in Nashville.
It's really
in
even
Middle
hard to
Tennessee.
describe.
It is.
I don't know how to even say more about it. It's just we're going to need to do some home tours in there next.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
should.
we should do.
We should get in there and show you what that neighborhood looks like. That one's a little harder to get into,
Right.
Without
We'll try.
without you being here. But so should we share our bonus?
Okay.
Area?
We do have one bonus one.
Yes, this one is Wiley. This is one you can't move into yet because they just broke ground on some of the houses.
Right.
But this is going to be an awesome community and very unique to Middle Tennessee. I don't know of another one like this. Is a new concept for Middle Tennessee.
Right. And so this is in Franklin. So we're going back up, we were in College Grove before. Now we're going back up north a little bit to Franklin, kind of close to West Haven where we were before. It's going to be 600 acres with not a lot of home sites. So you're talking more land, right?
Yeah.
There's 68 home sites out of this 600 acres. And 200 of those acres are protected land.
Yeah,
you can
you
never
cannot build
on
on
them.
it. And so you have that. You're going to have horse riding trails. You're going to be able to
Complete equestrian facilities.
Yeah, this is really going to be about more an equestrian community. It won't have a golf course, but if you do want golf, you're close to West Haven, like we discussed earlier, and you're also close to Vanderbilt Legends, which is
Right.
another private course that you can play. That has, it's a great course.
Yeah.
And so if you're
I
really into
agree.
golf, that one's up there on par with the as far as quality goes.
Yeah. There's a little bit more information about amenities in Wiley as well. So let's talk about some of these amenities.
Yeah, 'cause you're going to want to know about these.
Right. So in addition to the equestrian facilities and riding trails, you have a European-style wellness spa.
Yeah, the Hale House, HALE House,
Hale
YouTube.
House. And so that's going to have your sauna, steam room, cold plunge, salt room, all that kind of holistic stuff.
Yeah,
that,
exactly. And then a
that you-
farm-to-table restaurant.
Right.
It's gonna be
And you
awesome.
can ride your horse straight up to the restaurant.
Yeah, Hearth and Well is going to be the name of that restaurant, and that's going to be, and again, like we said, farm to table, very unique concept. And you're also, part of some of the lots are actually going to be on the Harpet there. You can, they might be gone already. Those might already be under
Right.
contract.
Could be.
But some of the lots will have access, views of the Harpet
The
River,
river.
which is cool. Yeah.
And on the river, of course, they're going to have kayak and canoe launches at different areas that you can access the river. And then, of course, your resort style pool, your fitness facilities, all the other things that you would expect
Yeah.
to come with a neighborhood like
Yeah,
this.
you're gonna have a golf simulator.
Right.
You'll have some fun stuff, in this community as well. So
Yeah.
definitely something to check out. But again,
What are
very unique.
prices looking like for
Yeah,
this?
prices right now. So, you have to buy the land first, and then they have approved builders inside, once you get in. But you're looking $1.5 million is what I've seen as
For
the
the
cheapest.
land.
I think right now, though, you're probably at 1.75 minimum. And they have some that are a little less than an acre, all the way up to 10 acres. They do have one that's like 50 acres. It's going to be $10 million lot for that one, person who wants to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
But most of the lots are going to be, around an acre and a little more.
Okay.
But 1.75, and they're actually, we talked to the sales department there. You have a lot of options when it comes to the size of your home. It's
And
you
really
don't have to do like a huge home if you don't want to. Some of them are going to be smaller, but just with a lot of character,
Good
a
to
lot
know.
of charm. And so I'm really excited for this neighborhood.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I want to see this one take shape. It's gonna be fun to get in there and once they actually start building some of these houses. But definitely want to check out. If you want to know more about this one, definitely reach out to us because like we said, we're out here all the time. We know we know these developers. We know these people in all these communities. And so we can help you find the right spot for your next home. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. Comment below. Let us know, what do you think? What would be your favorite neighborhood? If you moved here, what would you want? Where would you want to be? And again, can't wait to meet you. See you next time.
See you next
Later.
time. Bye.